Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're not just looking at a stack of sources. We are plunging right into the reality of one specific suffocating afternoon.
That's right. Our mission here is to really analyze a series of events as they happen in real time when this massive external force, a huge storm, just collides head-on with a very private, internal human drama.
It's an incredible study in how a situation can just completely shape psychology.
Oh, absolutely. We're watching how an extreme environment acts like a catalyst, you know? It manufactures this temporary zone of psychological and relational intensity. We really have to dissect it moment by moment.
Okay, so let's set the scene for you. It's 2 o'clock, a July afternoon, and we are on these huge, wide, red dirt parade grounds.
And the heat it's not just hot, it's described as feverish. The sun and the dirt are in this angry stalemate, each browbeating the other.
You can just feel that, can't you? It's a primal, suffocating kind of atmosphere.
Yeah, there's no relief. The air is dead silent.
Yeah.
The only thing you can hear is this long, monotonous, almost mocking song from the cicadas in the groves around the field,
It's like the world itself is just holding its breath.
waiting for something to break. And to sort of measure that tension, there's only one person there, the Arsenal sentry.
But even he isn't really present.
Mm.
The heat has basically just neutralized him. His mind has stopped all human activity.
And this image is so powerful, his brain is just simmering steadily like gray soup.
I mean, wow. Gray soup.
It tells you everything. That's the benchmark for how intense it is before anything has even happened. A cannon could go off and he might not even register it.
Exactly. So into this pressure cooker steps our main character, a young man. He's just gotten off the trolley.
And he's got business with a friend, something somewhat urgent, and he is just dreading the long, blazing walk across these grounds to the cottage.
And that feeling of dread, it's immediately validated.
It doesn't build up, it just attacks.
Absolutely. From the southeast corner, suddenly a reddish-brown dust cloud just erupts. It's not passive at all.
No, it spreads instantly. It's swirling like a tornado, rushing at him like a tidal wave. It just deluges everything.
He's caught right as he's turning the corner. He gets hit by this wall of dust and wind.
And his reaction is pure instinct, right? He clamps his hat down, he bends his body into the shape of a bow against the blast.
His clothes are just plastered to him. And he thinks, it's too much. He actually staggers.
The wind just sort of makes fun of him for a second, throws him back a couple of steps, shoves sand right in his face. It's a real humbling struggle.
But this struggle, it quickly turns into something else for him. It's like a psychological opportunity.
Right, because after that initial shock, he's not just feeling overwhelmed, he feels something else.
And the whole atmosphere shifts to meet that feeling. It becomes theatrical. A low, black cloud rolls in from the east.
And the light immediately changes. It's a gloomy quality, like you're looking at the world through yellow glass. All the normal colors just stripped away.
So this is more than just bad weather now. This is an unusual phenomena, the kind of thing that once made men dread the heavens.
It's elevated. It's not a summer storm anymore. It's a sublime spectacle.
And this is his cue. He decides to charge forward, he tucks up his kimono skirt, and just races across the grounds.
Even as his white tabi, his socks are just instantly ruined, dyed this yellowish-brown color.
He's ducking from the thunder, he can feel it reverberating in his gut. But, and this is the key part, he feels a deep pleasure.
Yes, a sense that he has stood up inside himself. What is that? Why does this chaos fill him with this sense of validation?
It's the thrill, isn't it? The thrill of the danger. He's a seeker of experience.
I think so. The storm's sublime extravagance is justifying the intensity he feels inside.
It gives him permission to feel extraordinary.
By conquering it, even in this small way, he's proving something about himself. He makes it just in time, sliding open the lattice door of the cottage just as the rain starts.
And it's hitting his hat like glass pellets.
He gets inside, and it turns out his friend isn't even there. He's gone for a swim.
So he's welcomed by his friend's wife.
And he doesn't arrive like someone looking for shelter. He arrives like he's looking for applause. He's showing off his ruined tabi, his sweat-streaked shins.
Like he's boasting, presenting his struggle as a victory.
And she's the perfect audience for it. She's drawn right into the spirit of the thing. She becomes lively and gay.
So they're partners in this drama before they're even fully trapped.
Exactly. And the house gets dark, fast. It approaches this midnight gloom, and the rain becomes a vertically plunging river. The wind is just shrieking.
And the reality of the storm forces them to act. The Toddy Mats are getting wet.
So they have to move through the dark house together, sealing the heavy rain shutters. This creates this really potent physical intimacy.
He's enjoying the work. He thinks it's as much fun as a boy, sliding these heavy doors shut with a bang.
The fun stops at the kitchen. They have a stuck water gate they need to close. The wife is getting soaked, raindrops splashing her face.
She puts out a hand to help push it shut.
And this is it. This is the critical moment. Their hands touch. A cold, wet hand touched the guest's hand.
And that brief accidental contact is the flashpoint. It's where the external violence becomes internal desire.
You can see it in his immediate reaction. He's suddenly fixated. He steps back and just watches the muscles on her nape as she struggles with the gate.
He's hyper-aware of her. The scent from her soaking clothes, her skin, it says the scent of a woman was especially strong.
The social barriers are gone, and this dark, wet, enclosed space is now just ripe for whatever's going on in his head.
So now they're sealed in the parlor. The threat has moved from outside to inside.
Right. And he is very much bothered by his consciousness that he was alone with his friend's wife. His heart starts thudding.
All this imagery starts flooding his mind. Illustrations of famous lovers, figures like Shichi and the Runin.
But he immediately tries to, police his own thoughts. He's filled with this self-contempt.
He's so angry at himself for falling into the hackneyed role, the oldest trope in the book. Man, woman, storm, dark room.
He thinks he's rating himself too cheap for being swayed by the situation. It shows how self-conscious he is about his own internal drama.
And this whole internal battle is about to get spectacularly complicated.
Because it turns out he wasn't the only man in the house.
Not at all. Just 10 feet away, in the morning room, was the 21-year-old houseboy, Takebe-san.
Hiding in fear of the thunder and blushing with shame for not helping with the shutters.
So when Takebe-san finally bursts out into the entryway, he runs right into the wife in the dim corridor.
And the guest's whole splendid pantomime is suddenly at risk.
The wife is a vision. She's dripping wet, her sleeves are rolled up high on her plump arms, her kimono is hiked up, you can see a white slip, her bare feet.
He thinks she looks like a villain from a puppet play, Sadokuro, this dangerous theatrical figure.
And she doesn't comfort the houseboy. She just laughs and asks if he'd been cowering.
And for Takebe, the houseboy, the effect is, it's just instantaneous.
It's an incredible parallel, isn't it? He realizes with the force of a lightning bolt that he is alone with his mistress.
And he goes down the exact same psychological path as the guest. Thudding heart, deep regret, visualizing her face. He is trembling.
But the guest's reaction to this, he hears them talking. Is he relieved?
Not at all. He is extremely irked.
Irked that the vulgar houseboy has intruded on his very special, exclusive drama.
He projects all of his own self-contempt onto Take. He decides the houseboy is the one who really fits the hackneyed role.
And he just tosses the temptation to him like tainted meat to a dog. It's his snobbery that lets him reframe his own desire as pure, while the houseboy's is vulgar.
And that arrogance really sets the stage for the next very ambiguous game. The wife comes back into the parlor.
And she seems completely unconcerned about her husband. She possesses this quality, intelligent foolishness.
Meaning she's smart enough to push away inconvenient facts. She's secure. She sees the guest as a manipulable child.
And her utterly female playfulness takes over. In the pitch darkness, she knows she has the advantage.
The guest is trying to avoid any contact, hiding in the dark, and then she asks it. The question that just crystallizes everything.
Don't you like it?
I mean, that is just maximum pressure. Is she talking about the storm, or is she talking about the situation?
He recognizes the potential overture, but he just can't handle the silence. He panics.
And he chooses the safe answer, the ordinary one, the thunder.
He rushes to say it, and for a second he feels like he's warded off a danger, but he's failed her test. He didn't play the game.
Right. So she just repeats her ambiguous move, saying she doesn't mind the thunder, and now the guest is furious.
He sees her game as just a boring joke, a rotten straw rope. She's still twirling for no reason, so he just gives her this angry, defensive silence.
She wants him to acknowledge the tension without ever having to name it. She's playing with the idea of temptation, not the reality.
And he completely misses that nuance.
Yeah.
So after this long, tense silence, she breaks the spell herself. She calls out loudly.
It's all because of this darkness. I wish I could open the rain shutters right now. These silly thoughts would vanish with the dark.
Which is just a brilliant move.
It is. She acknowledges the temptation, but she removes all responsibility. She blames the environment, the darkness itself.
It preserves her dignity, but it also forces him to admit what was really going on in his own head.
And right after this confession, she calls for Takebe-san and realizes
He's been in the next room the whole time. He overheard everything.
the whole loaded conversation. And both the guest and the wife feel this profound displeasure.
Their private stage has been, well, desecrated. The sanctity of their drama is broken.
The guest, now desperate to get some control back, demands matches. He needs light. He needs reality.
And this leads to one final spike of tension. While he's waiting, he can hear the wife and the houseboy fumbling around in the next room.
And he imagines it all. Their closeness, the contact, her damp hair, the houseboy's thudding heart.
This is his peak moment of a gradually heightened state of desire. And it's fueled by a jealousy that was without reason.
He sees it all more vividly than if he were actually looking. The storm has done its work on him.
But then it's over. The wife comes back with the candle, but he announces they don't need it. The rain has stopped.
He throws open the shutters. The darkness vanishes.
And just like that, the tension is gone. He looks at her, standing there in the sudden light, and she's just...
She was his friend's wife, and nothing else. The whole manufactured reality has just dissolved. It feels like they're meeting again after a long time.
The storm ends just as fast as it began. The sky brightens, the wind dies, the earth is cool and refreshed.
And all the animals come back, the cicadas, the rooster, the dog. Life is normal again.
And this clarity leads to the guest's final and pretty arrogant self-assessment. He is so proud of himself.
He gives himself good marks.
Yeah.
He feels a pleasure approaching arrogance.
He believes he looked at his own heart attentively, intimately, honestly, and stringently, while tempted, and concluded.
That he was truly pure. But was it purity? Or was it just, the inhibition of a self-obsessed guy who had the convenience of a storm and a houseboy to project onto?
That's the question, isn't it? He never actually made a choice. The light made it for him.
And right as he's settling into this self-satisfaction, a gardener runs by with a warning.
There's a fire near the river, caused by the worst thunderbolt. The wife is immediately worried about her husband.
And the guest reacts with this strange certainty. He insists he knows the lightning hit the water wheel shed. He calls it a moment of godlike clarity.
Even though the gardener never said that.
It's the ultimate proof of his self-absorption. His internal experience was so dramatic that now he's manufacturing a physical truth to match it. He needs to justify the sublime extravagance he felt.
The houseboy dashes off to check. And then in the distance, the wife spots them. The houseboy and her husband returning, waving his hat.
And that final scene is just perfect. The guest and the wife are standing shoulder to shoulder, almost cheek to cheek.
But they are completely unaware of their closeness. Their focus is entirely outside now. The storm's power is gone.
So that manufactured connection is gone with it.
So what we witnessed was really an extreme force of nature, creating a perfect stage for this profound internal drama. And the second the shutters were opened,
Poof. It evaporated, leaving him with nothing but his own very satisfying but probably false self-assessment.
And this leaves us with a final thought for you to carry with you. The guest was so caught up in his emotional drama, his wrestling with temptation and purity, that he actually manufactured a piece of reality, the lightning hitting the shed, and he believed it was godlike clarity.
So did the extreme experience make him truly see the world? Or did it just fuel his already elevated sense of self-absorption? What's the danger when we interpret real-world chaos solely through the lens of our own intense internal struggles?